And we welcome you to our special coverage of the 2014 Antigua International Basketball Tournament being held in Antigua, France. At maghaharap ang Gilas, Pilipinas and the French men's national basketball team. Magandang araw po, Miko Alili with Coach Richard Del Rosario to bring you this tune-up game. It's a pocket tournament and we're facing France in this tune-up game.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Yes, Monsieur Bon.
Monsieur
Bon.
And I'm sure everybody's excited, no? Dito makikita na natin in action nating Gilas Pilipinas in this pocket tournament. Palapit na palapit ang FIBA World Cup. And right now, you know, interesting to see how yung chemistry has been forged, especially with Andre Bloch. In training, you know, syempre doon madidevelop yung chemistry, pero dito yan masusubukan in actual games. So, it will be interesting. And of course, playing France, Miko, no? Napakalaking challenge ito para sa ating Gilas Pilipinas.
Of course, Coach Chot Reyes spearheading the campaign of Gilas Pilipinas in this tournament that is, well, as you know, already involves France. They're the host team. And then the Ukraine and Australia also part of this. As you look at that's Coach Vince Collet, and this is his lineup. You see some familiar names here. Nick Batum, of course, Evan Fournier, another Boris Dia, of course, and Ian Mahinmi. I mean, these are your NBA guys, and
Gobert.
And Gobert and all, and the rest of these guys, they're veterans. You know, they won the Eurobasket last year.
Yes.
And they actually beat Spain in the semifinals in the tournament, and although they are losing their heart and soul, that's Tony Parker.
Tony Parker, yeah. Yun ang mamimiss natin ngayon, no, si Tony Parker. In this particular tournament, France lost to Serbia. And right now, I'm sure they're looking for payback as well and in time for their preparation for the FIBA World Cup tournament.
FIBA International Basketball Tournament, or the Tournoi d'Antigua. Tournoi d'Antigua. And you know, I think our fans are beginning to realize as we look at the starting unit for France with Jalabal, Ian Mahinmi, Boris Diaw, Nick Batum, and Antoine Dio. Pabigat na pabigat yung mga kalaban natin sa tune-up.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, kaya nga, importante dito kasi, in playing a team like France, yung alisin mo na yung sindak factor eh. I mean, when you go to the FIBA Worlds, ngayon pa lang, masanay ka na, makalaban mo, like Diaw and Mahinmi, and of course, Batum there, and Gobert, no? So, medyo mawawala na yung sindak factor. And then, you know, you get used to playing guys with the size of this team. And of course, malalaman rin natin, no, yung offense natin, how will it work, and how we can also match up against sa rebounding against a taller squad.
We're also seeing our officials for this game, and there's Nick Batum spearheading the starting unit for Coach Vince Collet. Coach Vince Collet, matagal na rin siyang coach ng France, and you know, at for France, naroon din sila process of discovery because they also need to find out ano ba ang how they'll perform without Tony Parker.
That's correct. And you know, he's like he's not just a good basketball player, but he's the leader, and he's just like a coach on the floor. And pero yun na nga, wala na si Tony Parker dyan. So let's see how France fares in this tournament. We see a lot of Filipinos here in the arena. At talagang full force rin ng suporta, syempre, para sa Gilas Pilipinas.
Ian Mahinmi will tip it off against Japet Aguilar, Jeff Chan, Gabe Norwood, L.A. Tenorio, and Andre Blatch. That is the starting unit for the Philippines. And first possession goes to France, part of the tour of... this is part of the tour of the French national team, the Tournoi de Antiba. And Boris Diaw with a miss.
So right off the bat, an offensive rebound and a putback here. You can see your size factor will play a big in this game.
2-0 for France. Mahinmi with the putback. There's Andre Blatch with a miss. Loose ball, napunta sa France. And here's Diaw. And, you know, he can play point guard.
Yes.
And we all know that by now. Diaw, meantime, being hounded by Tenorio. Nick Batum against Gabe Norwood. Here's Diaw. And a miss there by Diaw. Rebound, Japet Aguilar. Japet trying to locate Blatch. Blatch for three. Rebound, Gabe Norwood. New shot clock for the Philippines.
Yes, that's right. And Blatch taking both attempts for the Philippines early in this game. Ito si setup ni L.A. Tenorio at dribble drive offense.
Here's L.A. He goes inside, outside to Blatch. Shot clock down to 9. Blatch to Tenorio. Shot clock down to 6. And L.A. with a miss. And a rebound for Chelabal. Diaw to Dio. And now Mahinmi. Back outside to Dio. Bullet pass. That was tapped, but it stays with France. Batum and a very tight bounce pass. And the ball will go back to the Philippines.
Yes, as you can see, our defensive game plan here against the post play of France is may full rotation tayo on defense. We double in the post and we go full rotation. And that's that time was a good defensive effort para sa ating Team Pilipinas.
Norwood to Japet. And over to Blatch. Shot clock down to 10. Andre Blatch on the move. With a wild shot. Putback is good. And the Philippines were on the scoreboard.
You know, after that, so 3 out of the 4 attempts by the Philippines come from Andre Blatch. Kaya rin naman natin siya kinuha, no? Kasi yung confidence ni Blatch in playing teams like France, hindi siya na-intimidate. And you're hoping that it would rub off to the other players para sa Gilas Pilipinas.
Meantime, there's a turnover. Still tied here at 2 apiece in the opening period. This is a pocket tournament that involves host France with the Philippines, Ukraine, and Australia. And Diaw with a miss. Nick Batum with an offensive rebound. Bagong shot clock for France.
Yeah, you know, see Japet Aguilar struggling in fighting over screens. He's guarding Diaw, and they're really setting up Diaw with multiple screens.
Ian Mahinmi is fouled by Andre Blatch.
As you can see here, another penetration to the basket. Nice pass. Almost a dunk. Ito si Mahinmi will have to take it from the free throw line.
Importante. Crucial din itong mga tuna games for Blatch. I mean, not just in the sense that you get into the flow of the offense and yung makuha niya yung philosophy ni Coach Chot. But also, yung malaman niya ano ba yung tendencies nila. LA, nila Gabe, nila Japet.
Ayun ang sinasabi natin, no, yung chemistry. That's why you join tournaments like this, no, to really solidify your chemistry. As sinasabi natin, during training, yan, made-develop po dyan. As we see a steal here by Norwood.
Gabe Norwood going all the way for the layup, and the Philippines ahead. There's a swipe by Gabe, and he goes all the way for 2.
And Gabe Norwood, sanay dumipensa rin kasi ng mga import yan, no? And he has the length, you know, and he has the quickness. He plays a guard in our league, and right now he has the quickness to match up.
Meantime, Gabe clipping Nick Batum on the arm.
Well, as you were mentioning earlier on, yung, when it comes to chemistry, kasi dito sa mga tournament na to, dyan yan, hindi lang masusubukan pero masosolidify, in playing actual games. And that is very, very important. And also, dito mo ma-develop yung mga sudden adjustments in game situations, because in a FIBA tournament, sa mga ganito, you only play teams once, and wala ka ng second round, kumbaga, to play them again, unless you meet them in the later rounds. Pero you really have to make sudden adjustments, game time adjustments, and yan na masusubukan dito sa Pilipinas.
Japet Aguilar with a nice dish. We're getting the nice dish from LA Tenorio.
Oh my goodness. Ito si Japet Aguilar, nagpakilala kaagad.
Play of the game brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. And a 2-point lead for the Philippines. This time an easy bucket there.
Well, I think with that dunk by Japet Aguilar, medyo siseryosohin na itong France, and they would realize that they have a game in their hands.
All tied at 6 apiece. Foul there against Nick Batum. Blatch. As we approach the 6-minute mark of the opening period. Blatch against Diao. Blatch. Here's LA kick out. Jeff Chan goes to Japet. Japet fires. No go. That ball ends up with Batum.
Oh, that was really off time. Oh, and an alley-oop play for France.
With Jalabal finishing the alley-oop. Dio to Jalabal, who was all alone.
Yes, that's right. The importance of transition defense after a turnover. You have to sprint back. You can't give dunks like that or layups. We're missing badly from the outside.
Missed there by Gabe Norwood. 2-point lead for France. As we're near the halfway mark of the opening quarter, Nick Batum outside to Dio. Dio for 3. Rebound, Jeff Chan.
Lucky that time on defense. Nobody rotated to the shooter.
A strong move by Andre Blatch. Shot won't drop. Batum to Dio. And we're halfway done here in the opening quarter. And you immediately see that Jalabal is trying to post up LA Tenorio.
LA doing a good job of fronting. As you see here, Blatch, he's the one initiating the offense para sa ating Gilas Pilipinas. Showing some aggressiveness in dribbling the basketball. Ito, makikita natin LA, fronting. I think it was called for the foul as we see Mark Pingris for the first time.
Pingris coming in for Japet Aguilar. 2-point lead for France.
Oh.
And that's a bucket plus the foul coming from Jeff Chan. And Jalabal with a 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, took his eye off his man and was caught behind. And that's something na papasakit ang ulo dito ni Coach Chot Reyes, as ito si Jeff Chan nilabas kagad after that mistake.
Yung level of competition natin bigla, no? You were coming off yung earlier tune-up games natin.
Yes.
And then you suddenly, face France as Jalabal completes a 3-point play. And parang nag-skyrocket yung quality of the opposition. Because now you're playing against the Eurobasket champions and a lot of NBA players.
And that's the only way to improve as an individual, and as a team, to play at this level. And I'm sure the players are very excited. You can see tentativeness here, a little bit of tension. Kita mo yung mga miscues natin, turnovers, but that's natural, that's normal. Once they settle down, and make a few baskets and get their confidence going, things will be better here for Gilas Pilipinas.
Nice pass by Batum, and a foul there on Mark Pingris.
A lot of times they're really being caught on those ball screens, and we have to do a good job of really staying with our man. Kasi lalaki rin naman nagsiscreen
Kasi malaki lahat.
Oo, malaki lahat.
Man on the line is Lauvergne. Just entered the game actually, coming off the bench. Also part of that Eurobasket champion squad, and Lavernier makes it, or hits to both free throws. It's now 13-6 in favor of France.
And you can see France employing more pressure defense from the backcourt.
Blatch, shot clock down to 10. Andre Blatch.
That's counted.
Yep, basket is good.
See here the agility here of Andre Blatch.
Lavernier was late, trying to go for the shot block. Dio will sit down, and Thomas Hurtel is now in the game.
Here's Dillinger also in the game. This time no double at the post. Pero makikita mo, no? Off the ball, ang daming cuts to the basket here for France. They're very active. They space the floor really well.
Volley to Jimmy Alapag. Jimmy. We're down by 5 points in the opening quarter. Jimmy to Dillinger. Jared Dillinger against Batum. Jared trying to locate somebody here. Paul Lee, he steps back, he fires a three.
Off the
gets
glass.
it off the glass. Yes, sir.
Well, that's what you call an emergency shot. France was playing great defense until they're shot by Paul Lee. They're not allowing penetration to the basket, covering their man individually. Pero Paul Lee to the rescue that time. Yan yung makailangan talaga ng Team Pilipinas, no? Yung outside shots. We need our outside shots to fall in. There's a double team once again.
That's a foul against Paul Lee. Slightly bumping Nick Batum, who was on his way to the basket.
And ito nga, no? Itong France recognizing that double team. So every time they get the ball to the post to initiate their offense, they're not settling for kickouts beyond the three-point line. They utilize their size, no? Yung laki nila. They drive to the basket because you have, you know, a guy like Paul Lee, kanina, L.A. Tenori or Jimmy Alapag trying to stop them driving to the basket. May hirapan talaga ang ating mga gwardiya dyan.
Earlier, you saw the entry of Evan Fournier. At any given time, you will have like 2 or 3 NBA guys on the floor for France. Paul Lee, this has been a self-discovery for him. You know, nakikita niya what he can do on the international level, and now he gets to try, you know, what he can do against NBA players.
This is a great experience for our players just to be here on the same floor with these players. Ayan na naman si Blatch. And you can see Blatch is trying to prove something here. You know, at makikita mo, sign up na ba si Blatch?
Sa free throw school mo?
Di ba? Yato parang nakikita yun, marami scouts dyan eh, di ba? Eto, tignan natin. Kailangan ba itong mag-enroll? Naku.
Dapat hindi. Dapat hindi.
Yun na nga eh.
Although, pwede natin padala ng GC, pero dapat hindi.
Ba't GC pa? Di na lang ako ipadala.
One-on-one tutoring. But as you mentioned, Andre Blatch, you know, he's trying to prove a lot of things on many levels.
Oh, yes.
One, as you mentioned, you know, he's also trying to secure an NBA team.
Yes.
2, wants to prove that he's perfect for Gilas.
That's correct.
So he's exactly the guy na yung pwede nating asahan as a nation.
And so far, he's performing pretty well in this particular game. You see him change that shot.
Pigris sends it to Paul Lee. We're down by just 2 points. Another 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
Paul Lee.
And
courageous drive to the basket dito kay Paul Lee. Oh.
that's against Nando De Colo and Lavernier. Meantime, here's Lavernier and missed that shot, bothered by Andre Blatch. And 2 free throws here for Paul Lee. You know, he just went at it against Nando De Colo, played for the Spurs and the Raptors in the NBA.
Eh, pinapakita ang France siya, pero batang tondo to eh. Batang tondo to. Kasi, sila kaya magpuntang tondo. Tingnan natin.
Baka maluha sila. Meantime, Fournier and a foul. Bit of a late call
Yes,
there.
that was a late
Kaya
call.
lakas yung reaction ng mga kababayan natin
That's right, but-
in Antigua.
Remember, in international competition, you really have to control your emotions in complaining. Dahil yung mga referees dito, medyo short on temper din nito.
Right.
You really have to adjust, to adjust to the calls.
Florent Pietrus now checking in the ball game. As Boris Dia will take a break. So hindi pa natutupad yung yung pangarap ko.
Ano yung pangarap mo?
Yung magtatapat si Boris Dia tsaka si si Bubelga.
Mamaya yan.
Okay.
Ito naman first chapter pa lang doon ng game
That will be a foul in the backcourt against Nando De Colo.
You can see, grabe yung pressure defense. Off free throws sa backcourt. France, they have the size, they have the quickness. And when they pressure you like that, talagang magdidilim yung mundo mo
Ito seryosong tanong. I mean, how do you control yourself from being overwhelmed by the fact that ito katapat mo? Kunyari ito, si Jared, katapat niya, Nando De Colo. I mean, these are guys you watch on TV.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, as Pingris attacks and Pingris will miss. And Pingris tries to keep the ball alive, and he does. And that's the effort of Sakuragi. And we keep the basketball here. But going back to my question, how do you keep yourself from saying, oh my gosh, katapat ko, NBA guy? I mean, how do you try and forget that while you're playing the game?
Well, I'm sure, deep inside, talagang, yun na nga iniisip nila, exactly what you're saying. But, you're trying to accomplish something here. And, during the pregame, I'm sure the coaching staff have already talked about it. And right now, yung concentration lang nila is how to execute their game plan. And they're trying to accomplish something bigger than themselves in this competition.
Missed by Wertel, and somebody pushed Mark Pingris there.
Tsaka pag ganyan na medyo tinula ka na, hindi ka na, wala na, hindi na kita idol. Lovernie.
So let's say Lovernie commits the foul. And here's Nando De Colo trying to locate Wertel. And then he missed the three, and then nagkatula ka na dito.
Yes.
And that's why Mark Pingris is on the line. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. Pingris is like the last guy who would be starstruck.
Oh, yes.
Kasi yung personality ni Ping, walang pakialam kung sino ka.
That's right.
If we're playing a game, I'm out here to win.
Yes. Ayun.
Isa lang naman ang kinakatakutan ni Ping
nandito pa sa Pilipinas.
Si Ma'am Danica.
Mabait itong referee, nag-complain si Ping, basa raw yung bola. Yan. Pero ang ginamit niya, tuwalya ni Ping. Yan ang tingin ginamit.
Baka si Jude Sukat, dinala dyan, ha? Delikado tayo.
Mamaya nasa gilid pa yun.
Mamaya dyan, magsukat si Jude Sukat
dyan. Sabi, pinabantayan muna sa dugout.
Miss on the first by Mark Pingris.
Matagal na kasi kami hindi nagkikita nito si Ping. Kaya medyo Okay lang, relax Ping. Remember me.
Yun,
kita mo? Remember M, remember E.
So we're down by just one as we approach the last 2 minutes of the opening quarter. And Jimmy Alapag trying to hound Tomas Wertel, and that's going to be a nudge. Coming from Paul Lee, part of the adjustment, lalo na kay Paul, what you can do and what you cannot do pagdating sa yung international officiating.
Yeah, that's right. Kasi dito hindi foul yun Kitaan niya. So
Gary will make his first appearance in the game, replacing Paul Lee.
Kasi really our outside shots have not yet fallen in, and because maganda yung pag-contain defensively nitong France there's no breakdown on defense because they contain their man one-on-one. No need to help from their other teammates, kaya wala ring mga kick out to the open man and to get open looks for an outside shot.
Paul Lee hit a three-pointer off the glass earlier, and we obviously would need more of those. And right now, it's a 3-point game para sa France, 18-15. And now, full court pressure being employed by the French, and Jared Dillinger sends it over to Andre Blatch. Blatch on the move, trying to locate Gary. Someone's hurt. Fournier is hurt.
Yeah, I think hit the railing also, no? Yung
Stanchion.
Ayun, pagka...
hinintay niya, nag-pick up charge siya kay, or at least an attempted charge kay Andre Blatch. I think tinawagan na ata tayo ng offensive foul.
Or I think last touch na tinawag kay Gary David. Okay, probably the referee saw him deflect the ball a little bit.
Fournier will sit down, and Edwin Jackson, number 9, is now in the game for France. And under 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Jackson against Dillinger. De Colo. Back to Jackson. They try to go inside, and the basket is good, and that's a push coming from Dillinger, and basket is good for Pietrus.
Well executed play there, and Pietrus had great inside position, had Jared sealed behind him, and all he had to do was turn around and shoot the basketball. Jared was in poor defensive position that time.
But he fails to complete the 3-point play. So it's a 5-point game for France with a minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter. Pingris joining Jimmy Alapag, Andre Blatch, Gary David, and Jared Dillinger on the floor. Gary, shot clock down to 7. Jimmy Alapag, Jimmy on the move. Jimmy in, and it's going to be last touch on Mark Pingris. Pingris felt may humila sa kanya, no? Kaya hindi niya nakuha yung pasa. You know, hawak-hawak siya ni Huertel.
And you can see we're having a very difficult time penetrating inside the paint, and you know that's a key component also in dribble drive. Kasi ang philosophy dyan is key or three. It's either you shoot inside the key or you shoot a 3-point shot, and a lot of it depends on penetration to the basket. As we see, hindi na lang, no? Maganda rin ang dinidepensa rin natin dito. That's why hindi masyado nakakalayo itong France.
Nice swipe there by Gary David. Last touch on Nando De Colo. And we have under a minute remaining in the first period. Philippines down by 5. Marcos Douthit entering the game, replacing Andre Blatch. And Douthit will miss. Huertel. Lovernier. Good help by Ranadel de Ocampo, and it's a turnover.
That's right. And you know, if you can hold France to 20 points in the first quarter, I mean, you would have to applaud the defensive effort here para sa ating Gilas Pilipinas.
Kasi sa lagay na to, di ba? We're still waiting for the Philippines to get yung rhythm natin with their perimeter shooting.
Yes. Yun na nga sinasabi na, it all boils down to the initiation of the offense, which is the penetration. Kanina si Blatch ang tagtatry na mag-initiate. Right now, hindi rin maka-penetrate guys like si Jimmy Alapag. You know, so we end up just dribbling the basketball from beyond the arc, which is really not the offense that we're trying to do.
That's a foul against Pietrus.
Oo, paano mo naman kasi malalambasan? Ang haba ng mga bumabantay sa'yo. Ang lalaki, ang bibilis din.
I think we try and provide a little circumstance here. So let's say you're Jared or you're Jimmy. Ayun, nakikita mo kasi, ayan, from that angle, kunyari, floor angle.
Yeah.
You're trying to see openings and you don't see it.
Yes. That's right. Kasi nga, well, it's hard to beat your man one-on-one. Pagka ganun rin silang kabilis, pareho sa'yo, mas malalaki pa sila sa'yo. That's why nakita natin earlier on, because Blatch initiating the dribble drive. He was playing on the outside. Nagtataka siguro yung mga iba nanonood. Bakit sa labas siya? Yun ang system na ini-employ ng ating Gilas Pilipinas as France looking for the last shot in this quarter.
They go to Pietrus, and could be against Ranidel or Doughted.
I think it's going to be against Ranidel, but Pietrus is really just overpowering his defenders. And Ranidel caught reaching in.
So first personal laban kay Ranidel. 5 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. And Pietrus will make the first, pushing France ahead by just 4 points.
So have enough time here to launch a decent attempt. 5.4 seconds.
Jimmy Alapag, 3 seconds to go. Hoping to write the last sentence of the first chapter. Jimmy for 3. Yes, sir!
A great way to end the quarter para sa ating Gilas Pilipinas. And finally, we get something from the outside earlier on.
And after the first quarter, we're down by just 2 points.
That's right. You know, France also getting a lot of attempts inside the paint. Pero hindi naman lahat yan binibigay lang natin. No? We're making them work for it. And a lot of times, we are sending them to the line. Pero yung France naman hindi naman talaga flawless from the free throw line rin. And at the same time, tayo rin, no? We were getting good looks. But the reason why we're really behind just by 2 is because of our good defense against France. We have a good game plan, defensive game plan employed here. And yung pressure ng France from the backcourt and nabe-break natin, almost here, almost a steal here for France to begin the second period.
Lipo, magandang araw sa kanilang lahat. You're watching our coverage of yung mga tune-up games ng ating national team. Nico Alili with Coach Richard Del Rosario. And Jared Dillinger sends it to Ranidel de Ocampo. And they're joined by Jimmy Alapag, Marcus Dautit, and Gary David. Jared for 3. Straight but short. Nice tap there by Ranidel. Open shot. Gary David, no go.
Yeah, that was the best look for we can have for Gary David.
This will be number 2 against Ranidel.
Block. Or play basketball or doesn't play, okay? Or play basketball or nothing.
Don't play basketball or
Yes.
nothing, huh?
Yes. Well, there was an early contact by Ranidel because hindi naman niya pwede ibigay yung position lang basta doon sa binabantayan niya.
2-point game. And missed there by Edwin Jackson. A rebound by Marcus Dautit. We are in the early moments of the second quarter. Jimmy on the move. Jimmy all the way, almost, but not quite. Jackson. Dio back in the game. He started the ball game for France. Dio. And Fournier with a drive and the 2 points.
You know, ipapansin mo rin sa offense dito ng France. You know, the constant motion, constant movement. A lot of ball screens, a lot of screens off the ball. Ito na naman, Dillinger trying to penetrate.
Here's the kick out. Carry from the corner. High looping shot.
But at least we got some penetration inside the key. Yun ang difference kanina, no? Hindi tayo makapasok dyan sa shaded lane na yan. Right now, I'm sure the instructions of the coaching staff para sa ating players is drive inside. Force the help. And that time, we were able to locate our shooter. Hindi pa lang nga tumatama itong si Gary David.
Gobert. Jackson. Good defense by Jared Dillinger. Shot clock down to 6. Dio fires, no go, and excellent box out by the Philippines. LA Tenorio back in the ball game. LA looking for a target here. Face to face with Dio. LA. Ranidel. Back to Tenorio. 7 to shoot. Tenorio with the drive. Nope. Outside Gary. Shot clock down to 2. And missed by Gary David.
Excellent defense there by France. Just keeping in step with their man.
Another foul. Laban kay Jared.
And sa atin naman, on the other end, si Jared, didn't want to give up that penetration. Kaya nga lang, lateral yung movement niya. I mean, there's a big difference, in how to contain the offensive player. And France is really showing us how it's done.
And yet, despite all of that, we're down by just 4 points with 7:40 remaining in the first half. Jared sits down with 3 personal fouls. Meantime, here's Fournier with a drive and a miss there. Rebound, Doughted.
And France also missing a lot of gimmies.
And that will be a foul on Antoine Dio. Trying to stop Gabe Norwood from going all the way to the hoop. That will be his first personal. Jeff Chan will start the play over to Doughted. Looking for LA. Doughted instead will go to Ranidel. Ranidel, open shot. Straight but strong.
Yes, and that's a shot of Ranidel.
Dio really holding on to that ball and then goes in. No go. And the ball will go out. It will stay with France.
Ang papansin mo dyan, lagi yung tao ni Marcus Doughted yung pinasiset nila ng screen, and they're trying to create mismatches. If they switch or si Doughted na nalalagpasan nila on the help defense, and that's where they attack. Yung point of attack nila is from the man of Marcus, whoever Marcus is guarding. Yan na naman, paulit ni Doughted yung pinaset nila ng screen, and that allowed itong France to score.
Gobert slamming it home and opening up a 6-point lead.
Oh, yes.
Gabe Norwood hits a 3.
That's very crucial. Those open looks we have to make. Dahil minsan lang yan mangyari.
So that French lead down to 3 points. Boris Diaw against Ranidel de Ocampo. Edwin Jackson. Fournier to Gobert. Gobert against Doughted. And a nice swipe by Jeff Chan. Jeff's on the move. Jeff drives, sets up Ranidel de Ocampo for 3.
Oh!
Yes, sir! And he ties the game at 26.
And once again, penetration is responsible for open looks. As long as we can attack the basket, we can get open looks from our shooters.
National Basketball Tournament, the Tournoi de Antiba. People are checking out, of course, France and of course the Philippines. And you're seeing the Philippine team. The Philippine team natin, we're hanging tough here. We're tied with France at 26 all.
Kaya nga taas kilay itong mga nanonood Napapabilib. I think one thing that the Philippines has earned so far in the first half is the respect not only of the national team of France but also of the crowd inside this arena. Sabi ba, hindi pala talaga push over itong Gilas Pilipinas.
Jackson. Diaw against Ranidel. Double team by LA. Huerte, no go. And excellent pass out by Ranidel, but he lost the ball. And so it will stay with France. Kick out, Fournier. Shot clock down to 10. Cut by Fournier, and he scores the layup.
You can't give them second chance at the basket. Sayang yung rebound kanina, Ito si Ranidel de Ocampo.
So the lead is back with France as LA goes inside. And then sets up Ranidel. Ranidel against Diaw. Ranidel de Ocampo is pushed. And the basket is good!
And nakikita mo ngayon, mas may kumpiyansa na itong ating mga manlalaro. Kanina, para talagang, sabi muna may konting kaba in trying to penetrate. Pero ngayon, mas malakas na loob natin in trying to get to that gap of the defense. And right now, a chance para sa atin na makakuha lamang with this free throw. by Ranidel de Ocampo.
Ranidel getting the first foul of Boris Diaw, and he could not complete the three-point play. Nonetheless, he ties the game at 28. Wertel over to Boris Diaw with a spin. Helped defense by Doughtit. Batum is back in the game. Boris Diaw nanggigil na kasi na-scorean siya ni Renedin kanina eh.
And even during the timeout, although hindi ko maintindihan yung sinasabi ng coach nila, and nakita ko sa board talagang gusto talaga niya ilagay yung bola sa loob, but every time they get the ball to the post, right now they're trying to read that double team. Kaya this time si Dio spun baseline because alam niya yung double team nanggagaling dito sa taas. And he tried to avoid that double team. Pero good rotation from the baseline from Marcus Doughtit.
Mark Bigris and Andre Blatch are back in the game for the Philippines. The man on the line, of course, is Boris Diaw, and he misses the first. Makes the second. The lead is back with France, 29-28. Under 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Tenorio to Blatch. Blatch for three. Yes, sir!
And he gives the Philippines the lead, 31-29, mga kaibigan. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
And it will be Philippines basketball. And now, some of the French players, they're getting flustered here.
That's right. Because right now, they're missing layups. They're missing their outside shots. It's not falling for them. And at the same time, tayo naman na-execute na natin yung offensa natin. And I don't think France expected us to be leading at this point of the game.
Norwood. Here's Tenorio. LA Tenorio, floater, almost. Rebound, Boris Diaw. Philippines up by 2 as we approach the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Wertel to Diaw.
Diaw trying to be fancy.
No look, no success.
Even kanina, nakita mo tong France, maraming mga fancy passes between the legs.
That was in the
behind
first
the
quarter.
back. Yes.
They're not going to do that anymore.
Especially after a halftime talk with their coach, I'm sure. And right now, nakikita mo talaga yung confidence ng mga Pilipino. Napakataas na. Everybody trying to drive to the basket.
I tell you, that buzzer-beating three-point shot by Jimmy to end the first, that was something we really needed. And then Jimmy showed them, you know what, we can confidently shoot. Don't worry.
That's right.
Here's Jeff. Jeff fires. No go. That probably was deflected. Wertel over to Lovernier, and he slams it home, and he ties the game at 31.
A few instances that France was able to score on a fast break. Ganda yung nagiging transition defense natin, except for this one.
Fast break brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. Geoffrey Lovernier. He committed his third personal foul as he was trying to contain Andre Blatch. Wertel will sit down along with Fournier. And with Jalabal is back in the game. Meantime, here's Norwood. 3:20 remaining in the second period. Blatch. Andre Blatch against Lovernier. Blatch one-on-one. Blatch fires.
Too fancy that time. Naging personal yun para kay Andre Blatch. And right now, it resulted in another fast break. I'm sure, yun ang ayaw na ayaw dito ni Coach Chot Reyes, yung fancy one-on-one move resulting in a breakdown on defense. Ito, makikita ulit natin, between the legs, and great defense here.
By Lovernier.
By Lovernier.
We'll take a break. Back to the instantly top 3, top 4.
That's correct. And right now, we're doing a great job keeping in step here with France.
And our players are doing it against You know, guys like Nick Batum and Boris Diaw and Nando De Colo as Andre Blatch scores, and he ties the game at 33.
Nice sidestepping move here by Andre Blatch.
Diaw against Mark Pingris, double team by Norwood. Lauvergne, open three, no go, and a rebound by Jimmy Alapag.
You know, every time you double team the post, it's always a gamble because you will leave a man open. And right now, although Jimmy missing that one, hindi pa pumapasok yung shots ng France from the outside.
Almost by Norwood.
And so far, our gamble is paying off. Let's see. This time, good defense again by Blatch, forcing this turnover. Ito na naman fast break para sa Team Pilipinas.
Tied ball game at 33. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And Jimmy goes in. It was challenged by Nando De Colo. Meantime, here's Batum. His pass deflected by Pingris. Diaw against Jimmy. Dial 911. Tulog! Tulog! Here's De Colo, and he connects.
Well, they were unsure who was going to double team. Talking about Team Pilipinas, no? Pingris or Jeff Chan.
But those situations will happen.
Yes.
It will happen.
Yes, and you just have to communicate a little bit better.
Philippines down by 2. Jimmy to Blatch. Shot clock down to 5. Blatch,
wide open.
Shot, Jeff Chan. Yes, sir! That's a 3.
And yan yung hinahanap ni Jeff Chan kanina pa. He's been in that spot the entire first half.
And we regain the lead, 36-35, with under a minute to play in the first half.
And what a bonus if we can head to the locker room with a lead.
Chelabal, no go, rebound, Jeff Chan. Jeff Chan, but he had an opening. Passes it to Blatch, and here's Jimmy. Jimmy sets up Jeff. Jeff Chan for 3.
Yes!
Sir! That's a 3. Back-to-back threes by Jeff Chan. And the Philippines on top by 4, 39-35.
Jeff Chan with another open look, and that's all he needed for back-to-back threes. Jeff Chan giving the Philippines their biggest lead here in the first half.
Our chances of finishing the first half with the lead looking very good at this point. Jeff Chan hitting back-to-back three-point shots. Sending yung mga kababayan natin inside the facility here in Antiba in euphoric glee. Quiet first half so far for Nick Batum. And the Philippines on top 39-35. De Colo, Batum. And that will be an offensive foul, I guess, from or against Lauvergne.
They've been trying to go to this high-low play after that down screen, no? And then they would just seal the man. But this time he was warding off with his offhand. And Lauvergne.
That's going to be his 4th personal foul.
At dito, namomroblema na nga itong France. Di sila makapaniwala sa nangyayari dito sa... you can see the frustration of Lauvergne.
Fait rouge sur les pics au milieu, d'accord? Ok, prends Blatch.
Back in a moment.
Fait rouge.
Laban, Gilas, Pilipinas. Marami pong mga Gilas supporters.
Syempre.
Coming out to support the Philippine team. But right now, the French national team, they're in a quandary here, down by 4 points, and now the Philippines can write the last sentence of the second chapter. Jimmy had that buzzer beater to end the first period. 7 seconds to go in the first half. 5 seconds to go. Jimmy on the move, sets up Andre Blatch from the corner, and he overshoots, and that ends the first half. And the Philippines on top by 4 at the end of the first 2 quarters. The tournoi, the Antiba, here in France, a host team in a conundrum here, down by 4 points to Gilas, Pilipinas. Lamang po tayo 39-35, and we outscored the French 19-13 in the second quarter. quarter, allowing us to surge ahead. Nico Alili, kasama Coach Richard Del Rosario. How were we able to do it, Chard?
Oh, great defense. Holding France to only 13 points in the second quarter with tremendous effort. And of course, nag-connect na rin tayo from the outside, and gumana na yung ating yung dribble drive offense. We got open looks. We were able to penetrate inside the lane, force some help, and that freed up our shooters on the outside, and that's very crucial. And also, hindi natin masyado napa-fast break to France. Also, although I think it counted only about 2-3 times na nagka-score sila off fast breaks. So that's what we have to continue. Although para dito sa France, I'm sure pinag-usapan nila sa dugout nila. Okay, game na. Ganun na sila. Nabigla na sila, I don't think they expected us to fight this well.
Nando De Colo over to Nick Batum. Boris Diaw. And there's Jelabao. And number 14 is Ian Mahindi. And Mahindi goes in. And that was blocked by Japet Aguilar, who starts the third quarter with L.A. Tenorio, Jeff Chan, Andre Blatch, who fires away, and Gabe Norwood will complete the 5 on the floor for the Philippines.
Sayang, great defensive effort. Kaya nga hindi maganda execution there on that offense. Masyadong maaga yung tira na yun ni Andre Blatch.
Jelabao to Nando De Colo with a corner 3. Japet tried to secure the rebound. Here's Gabe Norwood. Norwood against Nick Batum. Norwood outside. Jeff Chan for 3.
There!
Sir!
Once again, finding the open man, very patient. Gabe Norwood knew where Jeff Chan would be all throughout that play.
Meantime, Boris Diaw missing the open 3. Offensive rebound for Nando De Colo. France only out-rebounded us by 6 rebounds in the first half.
We're holding our own. We're doing a good job boxing out.
7-point lead for the Philippines early in the third quarter. There's that touch passing, but it will be last touch on Ian Mahindi.
And that just adds to their frustration. Napapansin natin sa France, wala talaga silang, sobrang deadly outside shooters so far in this game. And that's really hurting them dahil walang nagko-connect sa kanila from the outside, and even missed layups. So nakita natin in the first half as Norwood takes this 3.
I'm actually surprised Nick Batum has not been active on offense.
Right.
I really haven't seen him take 3-point shots the way we're used to.
Well, I think because of how small we are compared to them, they're very conscious, or masyado lang gusto ilagay yung bola sa loob all the time.
Andre Blatch going all the way, too strong. Rebound Jelabao.
Andre Blatch trying to do too much.
Batum, Jelabao to Nando De Colo. And Nando hangs in there and misses. LA asks for the ball. He's pushing and steps on the brakes. Nawang pa rin tayo, 42-35 as we near the 7-minute mark of the third quarter. LA to Japet, 15-footer, no. And that's an easy 2 for Nick Batum, and a first field goal for France here in the third period.
I'm sure this was a point of concern also for the coaching staff of Smart Gilas, yung mga fast breaks itong France. Because every time you give them fast breaks, you do not have team defense or settled defense, and they have all the advantage. Unlike pagka nakaset up yung defense natin, we have a plan, we have a scheme, we know what to do when the ball ends up in the post. So doon nakakatulong yun sa ating opensa. Yung depensa natin, matutulungan yung opensa natin. Pero pag sa mga fast breaks na yan, mahihirapan talaga tayo.
Jeff Chan for 3, off the mark. Could have been deflected by a French defender. Nonetheless, lamang pa rin tayo, 42-37. We cross the 7-minute mark of the third period. Open shot, Nick Batum.
Finally. At that time, si L.A. Tenorio, I don't know if he wanted to switch, but how can you switch? It was Blatch man setting the screen.
Philippines still ahead, 42-39. And that will be a foul against Jelabao.
Makikita natin may swagger na itong itong Gilas Pilipinas, unlike in the first few minutes. Of course, jittery at the start, that's very understandable. But right now, meron na swag itong itong Team Pilipinas. Kumbaga, lumalabas na yung yabang ng mga Pinoy.
Speaking of, that's a three for Luis Alfred Tenorio. Remember, first quarter, we could not knock down our three-point shot.
Right. And we were very tentative. Right now, wala nang tentativeness. If you're open, you're taking your shot, and you're trying to penetrate to the basket. And even in rebounds, we're battling. Although there, lucky break here for France.
Andrew De Colo with the putback off the miss by Batum. You notice Batum now. He's now he's taking shots, which he was not taking in the first half. Meantime, a miscue by Andre Blach. Nando De Colo goes all the way for two. And the French will cut the Philippines lead to 2 points.
And we're just helpless. Whenever we give fast break plays like that, it's just helpless because of the size of France. It's difficult to stop them in those situations.
Almost halfway done in the third quarter. Jeff Chan to Norwood. Shot clock down to 5. Norwood now has to create. Shot clock down to 2. And Gabe puts up a shot. Rebound, Blach, and Blach will miss. And Japet fighting for the ball, and it will stay with the Philippines. Good job by Japet.
Yes, that's correct. Not just watching the basketball, going strong to the basket, keeping it alive.
Paulie receives the inbound. He fires and scores the three.
Over the outstretched arms of the defender. Kakapasok na ni Paulie.
That's our 10th.
Yes.
3-point shot in the game.
And that's really our hope, in international tournament. We really have to connect from the outside. Ito si Paulie, titingnan pa niya.
Yes.
Isa mo naman.
Meantime, here's Batum over to...
Oh, look at that, Japet.
Mahimi. Sorry, bro.
Yes.
Japet's in there. He is not giving you an easy slam dunk.
Nothing to lose Kahit kunyari madakdakan ka. Si Mahinmi naman yung dumakdak sa'yo Diba? Kung masupalpal mo, yun ay kukwento mo sa apo mo yun. Diba?
So 2 free throws for Ian Mahinmi. First place for the Indiana Pacers. And...
Aba.
Ito kailangan ng kailangan natin enroll yan.
After this game.
after the World Cup na tulungan.
Sige, after World Cup.
Pero padadala natin ng GCL. Padadala natin.
Ito, iniisip pa kasi niya yung muntik na sa palpalida. Sabi niya, who are you?
Say hello to Japet Aguilar. And Paulie telling Japet, tuloy mo lang yan, bro. One more free throw. Oh! Ito, pwede sa eskwela mo to. Pwede yan.
Pwede talaga.
Pasok yan sa Richard Del Rosario International Free Throw Academy.
That's correct.
Pero after the World Cup na natin tutulungan.
Sige.
48-43, Philippines on top. Red hot shooting from Rainbow Country, allowing us to surge ahead. Norwood, shot clock now begins to wind down. We have 10 to shoot. Andre Blach goes in, no go. Rebound, Mahimi. Big Batum.
That's too fancy.
Norwood crosses the half-court line. Paulie inside. Oh! No! Almost, but not quite.
Hindi lang kumagat yung pectus.
Meantime, here's Nando De Colo, and he missed it.
I was intimidated there by Blach.
That's for sure. 4:15 remaining in a frenetic third quarter. Nick Batum takes. Batum fires over Japet, and he missed it. And that would be a loose ball foul on, it should be on Ian Mahimi.
That's correct. Even you can see it's a release in Nick Batum. It's meron na kasing pressure na because they're falling behind. And right now, all the pressure in the world is being felt by France here. In their home court. You know, and everybody expect them to just romp over Gilas Pilipinas. Right now, they see themselves behind by 5 points. So parang may halong inis na to. Yung laro dito ng France.
Fournier, and that would be I thought it would be a turnover, but they say it was tapped out by Blanche. Oh, that should have been last touch on Boris Diaw. So a lucky break for France, but you better, when you are dealing with international officials, you have to keep your emotions in check. So we have a gym in Antibes in France. Why? Because we're not just leading here. We are leading against the host team.
That's correct.
Home team.
Home team.
Home team.
Ang dami talagang Pilipino, no, kahit saan sa mundo, no, and you know, everywhere that our Gilas Pilipinas went, you know, busloads of supporters coming from faraway places just to watch them train and of course play in tune-up games, and this is no exception. At kaya naman ito, pinapakitaan din sila ng ating Gilas Pilipinas, although may technical foul na tinawag against the bench ng ating kuponan, pero mabuti na lang at marami akong posibleng estudyante dito.
1 out of 2 for Nick Batum, who is, who is clearly
Yes.
trying to get his own
Yes.
offense going. No,
That's
wala
correct.
yun the first half. Now
correct.
he's trying to produce. Here's Batum
Nice
with
move.
the fake, and tip-in is good for number 11, Pietrus. Well, lamang pa rin tayo by 2 points, 48-46, with under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Blatch to Junmar. Junmar, 15-footer, no go.
Sayang, no? That was within the range of Junmar Fajardo.
And it's Junmar Fajardo against Boris Diaw. Here's Nick Batum.
Oh, that
Gives
was
it up to
open look.
Fournier. Shot clock winding down for France. Nando De Colo with a tight pass, and it's a turnover.
Tama ka rin, no, si Batum. No? That was an open look for him already, pero he opted to pass. And right now, France not making good decisions. That was a very tight pass.
You know, yung turnover sila, it really reminds you that Tony Parker's not there.
Yes. Oh, kasi siya yung taga-penetrate sa defense. Siya yung taga-breakdown ng mga defenses ng kalaban. And he makes very intelligent decisions.
Meantime, De Colo over to Boris, and out to Nick Batum, and Nick Batum connects, and he ties the game at 48.
That's right. You know, but I think main concern here of France is how they're defending against Gilas Pilipinas. That they already allowed to score 48 points. And dahil sa nakakashoot itong Gilas Pilipinas, muntik na naman, ay doon nababother itong France. Naapektuhan yung opensa rin nila.
France trying to regain the lead. De Colo. And a cut by Batum, and Batum will take 2, and he was fouled by Junmar Fajardo.
And right now, they're just looking at the matchups. They're always attacking our guards in the post, and alam naman nila may double team na darating, and they're just looking to make the pass to the open man.
Jared Dillinger back in the ball game. And 2 free throws here for Nick Batum. Plays for the Portland Trail Blazers. And he makes the first. And France regains the lead, 49-48.
Mostly on the efforts of this guy on the line.
In other words, tinatrabaho na ni Batum.
Yes, oo. Panay na focus ng kay
Tuwa sila kay Kraken eh.
sa hairstyle yata tuwa.
Jimmy to Paul Lee against Fournier. Paul Lee, runner, no go. Junmar trying to fight for the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. France up by 2. Dio to Batum, posting up Jared, and it's Nick Batum taking over. And lamang na ng 4 points on France.
One-man show here for Nick Batum, right? And that time, early attack off that post play. Hindi na niya hinintay na makaset up yung double team. And made sure he would get that basket as Blatch here.
Gets the bounce.
Yes.
Cutting the deficit to 2 points. Diao.
Oh, there's an open man.
Fournier wide open from the corner. He missed that wide open shot.
That's what we call accidental defense.
Blatch.
Nice
pass. And Junmar Fajardo completes the play and he ties the game at 52.
And you can see Blatch acting like a guard, dishing it off to the big man underneath. Oh, pero naku.
Uh-oh. Oh no, what's wrong with Andre Blatch? You can hear Jared asking Andre if it's a sprain.
That's right. We didn't see it after he drove to the basket and gave an assist to Junmar.
And nakababa pa siya eh. So, baka may natapakan to. On the way down the court.
See there, Jason Castro and Jay Washington not in uniform.
I think si Andre, hihigpitan na lang niya yung sapatos niya. I'm pretty sure he does not want to leave the game.
Yes.
Meantime, Dio over to Fournier, and now Diao. And then Diao sends it over to Batu.
4
Batu
seconds.
turns around and misses it. Rebound, Paul Lee. Time winding down in the third quarter. Paul Lee attacks Paul Lee. Offensive foul.
Paul Lee, medyo...
Sabi ni Dio, ang lakas ng katawan nun.
That's right. And Coach Chot Reyes disagreeing with that call.
Sabi ni Paul, di pa katodo angas ang tundong yun eh. Nevertheless, we're tied at 52. Fournier against Jimmy Alapag. Here's Dio. And Nick Batum open from the corner. And rebound, Paul Lee. We can write the last sentence of the third chapter. And we can grab the lead with a basket here. And a foul committed by Florin Pietrus.
So we'll have 6 seconds to try to get the lead to end this third quarter.
Tactical substitution, Gary David checking in with 6 seconds remaining in the third quarter, replacing Jared Dillinger.
And watch out for Ranidel De Ocampo here after setting that screen. Kasi ito si Coach Chot Reyes, he has a play prepared for this kind of situations also.
Paulie to Ranidel for 3. Yes, sir!
Told you, Ranidel De Ocampo would be the man that they would be looking for.
He was wide open. He took the shot. He knocked it down. At nabang tayo muli, 55-52 at the end of 3.
And once again, Ranidel De Ocampo, hindi nila kilala. Ito si Ranidel. And he knocks down that 3. Second buzzer beater for Gilas Pilipinas in this game. One in the first quarter, and right now to end the third quarter. And right now we are up.
Basketball tournament. And you're seeing numbers here to explain why the Philippines is ahead. We are ahead over France here at the end of 3 quarters.
Largely because of our three-point shooting. And France is not yet connected from the three-point area, three-point land in this game. So we are in a very good position here heading into the fourth quarter to score a major upset. And if we continue and win this, that would rock the world of basketball.
Jimmy Alapag starts the fourth with Ranidel De Ocampo, Jared Dillinger, Marcos Dauted, and Gary David. Miss there, and here's Antoine Dio, kasama si Nick Batum, Boris Diao, Evan Fournier, and Florin Pietrus. Open shot Fournier, and he missed again. Offensive rebound by Diao.
Yeah, we recognize that their shots are not falling in from the outside. That's why we've switched to this type of zone defense. You know, we're just challenging France to try to make their outside shots, and so far it's not falling.
And it has become very evident that as Marcos commits his first personal foul, that Nick Batum has, has taken over the position of, okay, you know what? If we are in trouble, if we are in a quandary, I'm going to take over.
That's right.
Of course, the role previously held by Tony Parker.
Yes. Rightfully so naman. Talaga ang laki ng expectation. Okay, para sa kanya. And you know, right now, his team is down. So Batum, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Pero yung free throws yan, laking problema dito ng France, no? Wide open is Jared Dillinger.
Rebound Batum. Batum over to Edwin Jackson. And he goes in, but he missed the layup.
And it's like France is just looking exclusively for Batum, even in those fast break play.
Jared, inside. He was caught dancing to the wrong song, and the ball will go back to France. This is a pocket tournament that involves, well, the two teams are watching now, France and the Philippines. And kasali din dito Ukraine and Australia. All the 4 teams are part of the FIBA World Cup. France part of Group A, tayo Group B.
Yes.
Ukraine is in Group C, and Australia is in Group D. Meantime, here's Boris Diaw against Gary David. Edwin Jackson against Jared Dillinger. And there's Antoine Diaw with a miss. Rebound by Batum. New shot clock for France. French down by 2. Diaw inside, and a swipe by Gary David. The ball will stay with France.
Active hands, you know. And we were talking about sudden adjustments, you know, in a short tournament like this. Even during the FIBA World Cup, you make adjustments during the game. And so far, France has not made the right adjustment. Sa atin, we're changing the way we play defense because we're recognizing that France is struggling from the outside. Right now, we're in a bit of a zone. Pero, yung alley-oop play na yun, that was a zone breaker.
And that alley-oop allows France to tie the game at 55 all as we hit the 8-minute mark of the 4th period. Gary David for 3. Rebound, Nick Batum. Jackson back to Nick Batum. He fires a 3. Rebound, Jimmy Alapag. Jimmy bullet pass over to Gary. Gary trying to move past Nick Batum. David. Baseline, got away!
Nakakaw dito si Gary David.
Akala kasi nila matatrap na si Gary sa gilid eh. Hindi nila alam eh. His hands are always on fire.
That's right.
Back to a 2-point lead for the Philippines. Diaw. Pietrus. 2 misses. One more try by Lavernier. No go. And Mark Pingris clears the rebound.
As Pietrus still complains to the referee, and they leave Jimmy Alapag open.
Jimmy Alapag knocks it down. His second triple of the ball game, and it's back to a 5-point lead for the Philippines. 60-55.
Oh my goodness! Right now, you France, you know, they're just complaining. They're bothered mentally by what the Philippines has been doing in this ball game, and right now, you know, they are a distracted team at this point of the game.
And this fast break is brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. Jimmy Alapag and the rest of Gilas Pilipinas trying to shock France here in our opening assignment. And we're up by 5 with 7 minutes remaining in the 4th and final quarter. Diaw, Wertel back in the game. And over to Edwin Jackson from the corner. No go. That'll be last touch on Gary David.
Right now, this defense of ours is really giving France a lot of problems. It's like nobody else wants to shoot for their team.
Jackson. Pietrus, and now Huerte. And Lovernier blocked by
nice block.
Douthit. And
3 seconds. That's supposed to be 3 seconds. Kaya tinawag muna nila yung foul.
I think baka sabi nila may hinawakan siguro si Mark Pingris.
Pero si Pietrus hindi na lumabas sa shaded lane eh.
Where's the foul? And nevertheless, France will retain possession. They're down by 5. Dio, Lovernier, bad pass. Jimmy, that's a foul by Dio. And wow, Jimmy has hit big shots all throughout the game.
That's correct, but more than that, it's how how we've been playing defense, communicating, holding our own on the boards against a much taller team.
6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Gary David for 3. Rebound for Waltel. He goes in and finds Lovernier. And that Philippines, or our lead, is down to 3.
That time, they were able to find a gap on our defense. Ito ngayon, good ball movement para sa Team Pilipinas. Ping won't force that one, although that was a tight pass. 4-on-2 break.
Lovernier, too big. And that will cut down the Philippines lead to 1 point.
As I mentioned earlier, the fast break play.
Brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. And we'll take this time out. Magbabalik po kami. We are in the fourth and final quarter. And muli po, magandang araw sa kanilang lahat. Nico Halili kasama Coach Richard Del Rosario. And we're certainly hoping that the Philippines will hold on and score what could be a shocker of a win.
Right now, yung situation ng Gilas Pilipinas dito is a win-win situation. If you win, you win the ball game. Even if you don't win, you've won the hearts already and the respect of France and the entire arena and all those watching because of the performance na pinakita dito ng Gilas Pilipinas.
Why settle for a moral victory when you can get an actual victory? And Jimmy Alapag, with all the gumption in the world, he drives inside the land of the Giants and he gives the Philippines a 3-point lead, 62-59.
Another change up in our defensive game plan here off that timeout, trying to confuse France here with their offensive sets.
Dio with a drive and he gets the layup. It's back to a 1-point game for the Philippines, 62-61. Alapag to Ranidel, and now Jeff Chan. Jeff Chan, who waxed hot in the second quarter. Jeff Chan with a fake over to Ranidel. Bullet pass over to Pingris. Pingris over to Marcus Douthit with an open shot. And a rebound for Antoine Dio.
Great patience shown there by Gilas Pilipinas. Di na pumasok yung tiro ni Marcus Douthit.
Lovernier, no go. Good defense by Douthit, but Lovernier gets away. Wait a minute.
Because Ping got entangled with Pietrus there.
Hinawakan ni Pietrus.
Oh, pinormahan Napikot si Pietrus kay Pingris.
And I think they nullified. Yep, they nullified the basket by Lovernier.
We want to let you play till the end, okay? So you did the foul here, and I am warning you, and you continue. So now play, okay?
Tama!
Because now we are watching.
I love
Tama!
it. I
Tama
love
nga!
Okay?
Referee of the year
Yes,
na yan.
dapat talaga,
Tama yun.
Oo.
Napagalitan tuloy si Pietrus.
Ang galing.
Wait, galing yung referee na yan.
Oo.
62-61. And here's Pingris. We're still on top by 1 point. Jimmy Alapag. Now to Andre Blatch. Shot knocked down to 9. Blatch.
Oh, he's in trouble right now.
Oh no, shot knocked down to 5. Shot knocked down to 2. Ranidel Rudder! No!
Sayang, no? Ramon Fernandez move sana yun, no?
Huertel sets up Dio and he nails the three. And the lead is back with France.
What a time to hit that three for Dio. First three of the game para sa France.
Jimmy for three. No go. And that will be a tap out by Mark Pingris. So the ball will go back to France with 3:36 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Once again, Dio with that open look. Late challenge. That is the first three-point shot again for France in this game.
Paulie, Gabe Norwood back in the ball game. Philippines down by 2. Now the home crowd coming to life. And a miss there. Lovernier with an offensive rebound. Si Lovernier namumuro dito sa fourth quarter.
Tama, ang dami niyang ginagawa, no? Mga little things dito para sa France. And ito siya nabiyayaan. Once again, you know, whoever Blatch or Doubt is guarding, they want them to help. And that opens up his man to drive to the basket.
Meantime, Norwood attacks, and he will take 2 free throws. He's trying to cut down that 4-point deficit. There's the bump by Tomas Huertel. 2 free throws for Gabe Norwood. First is good for Gabe. Second also good. And it's just a 2-point deficit. That's moved by Norwood and a push by Huertel. We swing back to live action. Almost a swipe by Pingris. Under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Once again, Blatch's man setting that screen. They try to make him help. Ito, hindi siya umelt. That time, that enabled France to score si Huertel. Tama ba pagkakasabi ng pelito?
Sumutabas na. Meantime, here's Blatch. Blatch has the ball. Blatch on the move.
He has to give it up. And nagkaroon na ng breakdown. He has to give up the basketball. Jeff Chan was wide open on the wing.
There's a reach-in by Antoine Dio. Inbounds here for the Philippines. Norwood on the right side. Guarded by Batum. Paul Lee on the move. Paul Lee with the drive.
Yes!
And it's a 2-point game.
And right now, it's our small guys, you know, doing the most damage. Kanina sila Jimmy Alapag. Right now, it's Paul Lee.
Lovernier.
Naturuan ba ni Mac Cardona?
Turo yata ni Bo yun eh.
Oh.
Ay! Of course, Blatch saying that foul should be called downstairs. And,
be happy. This is a sportsmanlike. Go.
Sportsmanlike? What are you talking about?
oh, a sportsmanlike
This is
foul.
basketball action? For you, it's a basketball action?
Huh?
This is a basketball action for you?
Basketball action?
Yeah. This is football. This is football. Play.
Grabe no?
Hindi na tama yun ah.
Alam mo, grabe ko mangarap itong referee nito. Para tayo sinesira mo ng lahat.
Oo nga eh. Pero alam mo, yun ang maganda eh, no? Pinapaliwanag. Oo. Hindi yung tatalikuran na lang.
Pinapatama ka ba, bro?
Wala.
Okay, it's 69-66. Pietrus with his second free throw. And he makes it. And it's back to a 4-point game. Ayun, no? Wapak!
Kasi sinabi ni...
Palingay ko, Pinoy na talaga to eh.
Oh, another penetration.
Paulie, no go, Pingris. I tell you, Paulie and Jimmy They don't care about the size of the defenders.
Oh, yes.
They are going to penetrate, they're going to drive, and they will try to score.
Ay, yung mga eskinita nga sa tondo kung pasukin. Ito pa kaya, nasa Fransya.
Mga pedicab moves yan eh. Sisingit at
Angas yan
sisingit.
eh. Yan ang angas na pinakikita niya on a world stage.
Sabi ni Nando, where's Tondo? Look, the only reason Richard and I are laughing is because we're nervous.
Yes.
Dinadaan na lang namin sa tawa. Paulie misses the first free throw with under 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
We're still in good shape here. Field goal separating the two teams.
Hurtel, quarterbacking, being hounded by Paulie. 1 minute and 30 to go in the fourth. Lauvergne has done a lot of damage for France. And here he is with the ball. And he finds Dio, and Dio connects. Ouch.
A tough shot. Fading away. Shot clock winding down. High looper. Big shot there by Dio.
And we'll take this time out. Back in a moment. Now here's that tough shot by Dio and knocking it down. And now we need to regroup. We need to bounce back. We need to forget about that shot.
And you know the caliber of competition here. You know, you won't be surprised with them hitting those tough shots. And this is why it's a plus, and it's beneficial to play for us to play these teams in this pocket tournament. Na natin makukuha yung experience.
Uh-oh, look out. Blatch. Norwood. They're down by 6 points. Blatch to Paulie. Paulie will drive, and he is fouled. And you know these French defenders, they are quickly realizing that Paulie is a force to reckon with.
And you know what a great addition to this team Paulie is. You know, a late addition para sa Gilas Pilipinas, but you know, yun nga sinasabi natin eh, si Coach Chot, the reason why he wanted Paulie here because he's a big guard, not only a big guard but a strong guard. You know, yung kakayanin niya yung physicality of international play, and not only offensively but defensively.
And it's not just his physical attributes, pero yung mental ability niya to handle, you know, the kind of pressure that you deal with sa ganitong sitwasyon.
And he's proven it in the tournaments that Gilas has participated in.
Missed the first. We have another opportunity. 1 minute and 10 remaining dito sa fourth and final quarter.
I think that was the free throw percentage yung pinakita. No? Hindi lang natin pero yeah, we missed a lot of free throws, but
makes the second. And so it's a 5-point lead for France with 1 minute and 6 to go in the ball game. Lauvergne again. Wow. Si Lauvergne talaga yung naging sakit ng ulo natin.
Good adjustment there. Siping yung pina-defend nila doon sa ball screen. Nahuli lang na split second siping sa pagbalik sa depensa.
Paulie against Batum. And Paulie tries to drive against Batum, who blocks his shot. And that might be our last chance to trim this deficit. 30 seconds remaining in the fourth and final quarter. Lauvergne, and here's Batum. Batum will miss. Blatch. Jeff Chan will fire away. He fires a three. And Lauvergne with a rebound. And France will survive.
Oh, yeah. And what a sigh of relief para sa France to survive and win this game after trading for most part of the game. And right now, you know, they know the Philippine team is for real.
There's a final score, 75-68. France, they needed a strong fourth quarter.
Oh yes, definitely. And those 3-point shots by Dio I mean, in the fourth quarter, proved to be pivotal and was a big difference. Kung hindi sila nag-connect sa outside, nako, magiging walang problema nitong France.
Okay, Nick Batum, you see his performance, 16 points. And you know, most of that 16 points, second half yan.
That's correct. You know, when they were trailing, siya na talaga nag-take over. And proved to be the leader para dito sa France.